Doki doki ooh woo. All my heart's for you, my wonderful fiance, Seamus.
Merry Christmas!
Hello, friends! Welcome in back to the kitchen. Here we are again. It's day 9. Day 9 of the 12 days of Christmas cookies. We're here for Butter Dreams. Congratulations to Suspenders for being the official first. We had... well, I think, if I remember right, yes, Carrie for the official second, and Sparkly was the official third. Welcome in, you guys. Sparkly and Carrie are both naked in chat streaking, which I love and appreciate. Jazz, hi! I also saw Seamus, Miri, who's taken a quiet lurk time, and now Jazz. All the people are showing up, all the friends. You see what I got for a game? Listen, when you told me it was $4 and then I went in, it was 90% off. I couldn't not buy it, Jazz. But it's all your fault, okay? This is your fault, and you're gonna have to take responsibility for it when I finally launch it. I will not be launching it until after holiday events are done. But I digress. When I launch this game, it's your fault and you have to take responsibility. Right, I will take that blame bet. Well, I will be naked and afraid in Arc later. You will, Carrie. Seamus has shown me a little bit of the map. He's told me his feelings on it. I'm not going to say anything, though, because I don't want to spoil it for anybody else who might play Arc and doesn't know. Husband has concert at 7:30, so after that, that's fair. If I want to play let you know, absolutely, Jazz, I will. So the game Jazz is talking about is Icarus, which is, I believe, a survivor builder crafter. It's usually, I think, like $40, and it was on sale for $4. How do you not pick that up when it's that deeply discounted? Like, it had to happen. It just had to happen, but it will not be played until holiday event stuff is over because I've got Phasmo to grind, I've got DBD to grind. I still haven't played the new dishes and plate up, so I still need to do that. Cookies are not done yet. Like, there's too much to do. Icarus can wait. Really, really, really. Really, really, Seamus. $4. How can you go wrong for $4, okay? Even if I end up being like, no, Jazz, this is just, it's not for me. It was $4. You cannot go wrong for that. I've spent more on really short horror games that I then regretted spending that amount of money than I did on Icarus. It was an easy choice. Did Mathman playing it? Did Mathman play it? I don't remember if he did. $3.77 after tax. Yeah, it's very cheap. It's very cheap right now. So I bought that and one other game for less than $10, and I feel good about my purchase. I don't even remember what the second game was. It was something on my wish list that I was like, yes. But right out the brain. He did. He got the Great Hunts expansion, was doing that before hiatus. I just barely remember this. Last month and the month before are kind of like a blur and a mess. So anything that happened during them, it's very blurry and messy. Yeah, I barely remember it. It's also entirely possible that while he was playing, I had to be in and out of it a lot, because that has been the case lately, where I just have like so many bits, bobs, and doodads going on that I need to get done, that I like watch a stream for 15 minutes and then I have to turn it down and go do something else for a little bit, and then I come back and I watch a little bit more and then I go do something else. I often pull streams up and I'll be in there before work and then I'll leave for work and then I'll come back. So I'm getting streams in like chunks instead of really like listening all the way through, which I think is the normal streaming experience as a viewer. Honestly, I don't think most people sit straight through an entire stream. I think it's very typical that people are in and out, because like, we like to be entertained and we like to watch stuff and we like to interact with people, but we also like to do a whole bunch of other things. And some people stream for eons, it feels like. Anything that goes beyond like 3.5 hours, I am like looking at the clock going, okay, am I going to my next spot? Am I going to get something else done? Because that's a huge chunk of time. And then if you've got streamers back to back to back that you like to watch, that's even more time. So I've started taking it in chunks. You think so? Yeah. So it's one of those things, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's how I expect people to be in my own streams that they're taking it in chunks, which is why, like, I'll chat and I'll keep chatting with everybody, but in the back of my mind, I will notice when somebody seems to have stopped chatting, and I'll be like, all right, they've, they were here, now they're gonna go get some other stuff done, they may come back, they may not, and that's okay. I don't know what everybody's obligations are. My obligation is to be in front of this camera and presently in front of this island to bake cookies. But somebody else might need to be cooking dinner or helping their kids with their homework, or they have a different streamer that they have to moderate for, or they're on their own stream schedule, or they've got class, or so many other things, right? Where they come in, they're here for a little bit, they'll leave the lurk, and then they've got to go do whatever else it is because their obligations are different from my obligations, and that is a-okay. And if you're a streamer, you have to accept that fact. Your viewers will probably not be there throughout the entirety of the time you stream. And if you are the kind of streamer that streams for more than 4 hours at a stretch, you should probably expect that your moderators will do so in shifts, because it's one thing for a moderator to be there for 2 to 3 hours in one go. It's a whole other thing to expect a moderator there for like 8, 10, 12 hours in a rip. People have got lives. People have got lives. Or in bed and taking naps. Yep, naps are good. Hi, Hemi. You're at work, so you got alert. No worries. Thank you, Hemi. Master of Splits. On the 12th day of Christmas, my second gave to me 12 butter dreams. Man, if I gave you 12 of each cookie, Master of Splits, you'd have a gross dozen and you would definitely get diabetes. Welcome in. How are you? How are you? Yeah, I've definitely jazzed. So my chair doesn't do it anymore, but my previous chair at my computer could tilt back. And there were times that I had my headset on and I leaned that chair back and I just snooze listened to a stream. I put my blanket on over the top of me, I snuggled down, and I just snoozed because I was so tired, but I didn't want to crawl into the bed where I was likely to fall asleep for hours. I just needed that like 30-minute cat nap. So I would listen to somebody and cat nap in my chair. I'm currently elevating my foot in my bed because I was at my desk for the last few hours. Yeah, definitely switching to the bed for elevation. Good idea. Good idea. Has the swelling gone down at all, Jazz, in that ankle that you sprained? Because that did not look good. That did not look good. Today's cookie, though, as Master of Splits has pointed out, is Butter Dreams. Butter Dreams, Butter Dreams, Butter Dreams. It has a bit. I'm good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm smashing my words together. So 4 Butter Dreams for 1 batch, of which I'm going to triple, we need 1/2 cup butter, softened, 1/2 cup of shortening, which is like Crisco, it's solidified vegetable fats, 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of almond extract, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 1/4 cup sifted flour, plus maraschino cherries. For anyone who cares, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua tonight. I'm assuming that is boxing? I don't follow much for sports. So, Butter Dreams are a very simple dough. They're a relatively quick cookie. We're gonna make them similar to how we did the peanut butter blossoms. So this should be moving and cruising right along. It's UFC. Oh. A whole stick of butter in 1 cookie, basically, but believe it or not, even though these are called Butter Dreams, the thumbprints, which are a shortbread, have more butter in them. And if you think this has a lot of butter, you should be here, I think it's tomorrow, for the butter-based spritz. There's a lot of butter in those bad boys. There's so much butter in those bad boys. Like a ridiculous amount of butter. Enough that people who eat them really ought to go get their heart health checked out. It's boxing. Gotcha. So we're gonna start by creaming together butter, shortening, and the sugar, adding the sugar gradually. So we're gonna basically combine the butter and the shortening and then add the sugar in. I am going to do the entire triple batch right off the rip. It's supposed to give you approximately 4 dozen cookies. I tend to get 3. So just to be on the safe side, I need a minimum of 9 dozen. We're doing all of them. All of them. Just, it's the smarter way to do it. Will any of you pull the under plastic up? This side, I think, will. Maybe this one? Nope. Yeah. One of you always has to be a struggle, huh? Oh, throw this out. There are no eggs in this one. We actually don't have very many eggs left that we're going to need, which is good. Because Seamus and I are low on eggs at this point. We will definitely be getting more eggs at the grocery store when we go next. Because cookies take a lot of them. A lotta. Ugh. Okay. Pop that out. That whole one's gonna go in. This one's gonna get cut. This goes in the recycle bin. Knife. A knife would be good for cutting. It's very hard to cut something without a knife, as it were. You're dreaming of some butter dreams? Yeah. We're pretty on the money with this one. Yeah, they did a good job with the packaging here. All right, this goes back in the container. It's half a cup. So I'm going to label it because this helps us out. Future Sam is always grateful to Present Sam when Present Sam takes the time to do this. Because now I know in the future that this is half a cup. I don't have to think about it. All right, so butter in. 3 whole sticks for a triple batch. Doing a triple batch of this is also going to put my mixer at basically max capacity for the size of the bowl. And then 1.5 chunks of Crisco for 1.5 cups of that. I really do appreciate that Crisco came out with baking sticks, by the way. When I was learning to bake, that was not the case. Like, you bought the tub of Crisco and that was what you had to work with, and you had to squash it down into your measuring cup and like keep squashing to get the air bubbles out so that you had an accurate measurement. It was such a pain in the ass. It was such a pain. I do not miss that. Just remember in the chat, what is your favorite Christmas song? Now there's a good question. I personally like Silent Night. Silent Night and Little Drummer Boy. Those ones always have catchy beats. Excess water out. Ooh. Whip that together. We're gonna need 1.5 cups of sugar. Is my 2-cupper over in here? No. Okay, so I did not use my 2-cupper. You hear what I hear is fun to hum to, right? We 3 kings, and do you hear what I hear? Yeah. The part about Little Drummer Boy that I like is the brum-pa-bum-bum. That always makes me happy. But Silent Night is just, it's pretty. There's Sleigh Ride I like to clip-clop to. Yeah. When do you guys like to start hearing Christmas music? Now there's a question. Because I personally am not until after Thanksgiving. Ideally not until December 1st. And then I don't want to hear it anymore after Christmas. One and a half cups. Need my spatula. Probably has a damp handle from being washed earlier. Because I want to get the stuff that's up around the edges down in so that all of it can get whipped together. This is putting some nice air into these cookies to make them light and fluffy and wonderful. They will be dense as fuck. Like, don't you worry. They will end up dense as fuck, but this starts them off nice. Also, we will not be going nearly as late tonight as we did last night. Holy crap. Yesterday was a marathon of candy cane cookies. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Excellent. Jay Leno made fun of Michael Jackson back in the 2000s with The Little Drummer Boy. Yeah, I've never watched Jay Leno. So that one is beyond me. Did not see it. All right. Blend in extracts. So we need 3 teaspoons each of almond and vanilla. That's a half. That means this is a full. Beautiful. Damp. You know what? This will do. I have like a pokey spot in my throat. Oh, almond, so good. So on the recipe that my mom had handwritten from my grandmother, her mother, we were trying for ages to figure out if it was almond extract or vanilla extract. There was like water that got dripped onto it or something. Couldn't figure it out because she had never really made these. And I made them with just vanilla, I think, for a little bit. And they were always like crumbly and it was a struggle. And I added water and I finally realized I was like, it's both extracts. One each of vanilla and almond. One wasn't trying to be crossed out or something. Because this is all your liquid right here. I love the smell of vanilla especially. Almond's good, but vanilla especially. Clean up the rim of the container here. Vanilla gets sticky. Sticky, sticky. Got nice and blended. Beautiful. All right. Now we sift and add the flour. Whack it off first, though. Whackety, whackety, whack. Okay, set that over there. Scrape down our sides so that it's all homogenized towards the middle. Beautiful. Excellent, excellent. All right, so it's 2 1/4 cups sifted flour for 1. So we need 6 3/4 cups sifted flour. Hi, Legatus, welcome in, BEA, beautiful. How are you, Legatus? You know what? We're gonna do this in 2 cup increments because that's easier in the sifter anyways. And then I just use 1 measuring cup. Am straight, how goes the cookie? Oh, am all right. Why did I see straight? My brain is making shit up. Less tedious. These are way less tedious, Legatus. These are way less tedious. My sifter's over here. Yeah, these are significantly less tedious. And then tomorrow we fight with the cookie press. But I saved, like, probably one of the easiest cookies for the end. Partly because it's easy, and partly because they are the ones that will go stale the quickest. And that's the sugar cookies. Okay, there's 2 cups. There are 2 cups to be sifted in. That's 2. Let me get my paddle attachment. Whip out the extra water that's in there too, because the ends of these always just hog water to themselves. Give this a little pre-mix in. So we don't get a flour facial. Lock it in, give it a stir. We're good. That's all we need to start. I may actually try to just sift in around this rather than take it off, put it on. Well, I have to take it off anyways so that I can do a pre-mix, so. Debating with myself how I want to do this. Scrippity, scrippity. Whack it in. Okay. Yeah, we'll take it off. Take it off, take it off. The not safe for work version of Frozen. I saved opening a pack of Oreos for the end. Got laggy and jumpy for you. That happens sometimes. Droid Cam has just been having a struggle. It's just been having a struggle. And I don't know if it's the router. I don't know if it's it better not be the router, but you never know with Spectrum, or if it's just OBS and stuff is struggling, if it's the dual camera thing. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea right now. But it does get laggy and jumpy. It could also be Twitch. It could be Twitch. Because I've noticed that on several people's streams where all of a sudden it hiccups for a little bit and then it's fine. So this is 4 cups out of 6 3/4. Let's get this back on here. Back in here. Lock it down, turn it on. Very good. We're going to put the last 2 3/4 in all together. So it'll be 2 measures, 2 sifts. And that's fine. That is A-okay. I have a funny story to tell you guys, by the way. I'm not going to mention names because privacy things, but I found out last night that one of my teammates on EBGG lives within an hour of me. And I was like, holy crap. There's like 100 something of us on that team. And somehow, some way, 2 of us live that close to each other. The odds. What were the odds? Apparently pretty good. But I found that so amusing. I was like, okie dokie then. Well, now I know. Small world. It felt very small for a moment. It felt very, very small. But it's also kind of exciting, right? Because it's fun. At least I think so, to eventually meet people that you hang out with online. I will never pressure anybody to meet up with me. But the option is definitely easier when you don't live thousands of miles away or an ocean apart. It's way easier when that's the case. Now it's smoothed out. Very good. Yeah. I don't know. Things be weird. Things be weird. Is it hiccuping more when like the mixer's on, or is it just hiccuping in general? Or like when the second camera is operational, or... Because technically speaking, I am sending 2 camera feeds through the router. There's 2. I'm gonna need 3/4 more after this. I'm gonna sift this one in without turning on the, the overhead part. Get out of there, you nincompoop of flour. Hi, Specking. Welcome in. How are you? You're up late. You didn't notice the mixer. Okay. Are you still on that Factorio grind, Specking? Is that what's keeping you up? Okay, there's 2 of the 2 3/4. Shakety, shakety. That is indeed 3/4 of a cup. That flour is practically empty. Hi, Batwoman. Welcome in. How are you? You're still playing Factorio. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Specking's been sucked in. Somebody send help. The bugs are holding him hostage. You just had a shower break. A very important break, honestly. It's important to stay clean while fighting the bugs and building the factories. Yeah, basically we're at max capacity on this mixer. Yeah, it's picked up from the bottom. Just let it mix it up thoroughly. Factorio is a good game, though I'd say Satisfactory is a bigger time dump. See, I've not played Satisfactory, but I've seen it played, and I don't know how I feel about building a factory in first person. I kind of like it better third person. Fulgora is taking me so much time to set up. I spent all 4 hours on stream and another 4 hours after stream, and hopefully when I come back to PC, nothing will be broken. Fingers crossed for you, Specking, because oh my goodness, that is a lot of time trying to set up a factory. Yeah, Specking streams Factorio. He can show you his magic making. I have only dabbled in Factorio on stream once when I was searching for something to do to finish out like a birthday stream, because I typically play Factorio multiplayer with my brother and our friend because I don't like fighting the bugs. Like, I am terrible at fighting bugs, so they fight the bugs and they handle like a lot of the science and stuff, and I get the logistics network going with trains. I also like doing science. I do like figuring that part out. But I really like trains. Like Factorio, for all of what it does train so well. I've yet to find a train game that satisfies me with trains the way Factorio satisfies me with trains. I need to rinse my hands real fast. Because I don't like the like raw butter feel. They're gonna get greasy anyways from the dough, but at least to start. Yeah, I wish I could find a game that did trains the way Factorio does. Once you get used to first-person view, Satisfactory is such a good game for factory builders, and it has trains. I've heard it has trains. Must have been Spectrum. See, I did notice the mixer lagging a little bit on the overhead cam this time. I did notice it myself. But it's okay. We will survive. Not dirty enough to need cleaning. Over here with those. Clear my worktop surface because we have effectively finished making the dough. Bugs expanded just in front of my wall and they have 6 behemoth worms in there next to each other. I don't know how I'm supposed to take that area back other than nuke it. Well, I guess it's time for nuclear energy and a few atomic bombs there, Specking. Hi, crazy guy. How are you? Welcome in. I will also say, Specking, when I play with my brother, we head for nuclear power as soon as possible. We have not had, to date, we have not had a factory that is not nuclear power run. One of the first trains I have to run, so the very first train I always have to run inevitably, oil. Always got to get the oil train going. And then usually I'm prepping for a uranium train at the same time as building an iron train. Inevitably. That goes over there. That goes over there. Gonna lurk because I'm stuffing my face. Stuff your face. Stuff your face, crazy guy. That's important. Put that there. Wipe up all this flour that somebody spilled on the island. Who could have done that? My goodness. Certainly not me, the one who's baking. Nope, definitely not. There we go. Okay, so we've got our nice big old batch of cookie dough. Now you get back in the bowl. I'm gonna get our cherries out. Do 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 do. We set these up to drain yesterday. That was an important thing. Water. And we need to preheat the oven. The oven is going to be preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 180 degrees Celsius, so that we can bake these for 8 to 10 minutes. I think I usually bake them for 9. These ones are a little bit trickier to tell when they're done because they do not golden up. They just stay as they are. So you gotta kind of pay attention to what your oven does typically for cookies and base your baking time off of that, which is an unusual way to do it, to be fair. Okay, there's that. I need a tray. I'm gonna turn on the overhead cam so you can see said tray. Excellent. Now that I know what spacing's gonna look like, I can put cherries right up here. So you can kind of see my hand. This is the cherries. And I'm not gonna actually pull the dough closer because it's nice that the mixer holds it in place. But I do want my good old faithful number 70 cookie scoop. I don't know, can you, if I do it here, can you read the inside of it? I don't know if you can or can't, but this is what I use. It says 1 level tablespoon. This is close enough. I know I can get 16 per tray for this one. So what I'm literally gonna do is pop out all of these. These also really do not spread. You just want some space between them so that they can bake nicely. It's okay, as long as we know they go together, because I'm going to squish these together. They don't get rolled in anything. They don't need to be pre-flattened. They just need to be scooped out. And then we'll get cherries into them. I will get at least 2 to 3 trays prepped before I put the first one in, just so that I try to maintain a lead on the oven, ideally. But yeah, these are pretty quick. And they're simple, which is nice because I did 2 deep tissue massages today and my left hand was just not happy with this. And it was like a weird thing too, because it wasn't in pain per se, but it definitely made me like not like myself. And now I want to say, I normally just do this and then push the cherry down in, right? So here and then push it in and call it good. But what it really actually says is press the maraschino cherry into top of each ball, allowing cherry to show slightly. I kind of wonder if I shouldn't hold it and like encapsulate it maybe. Nah, I'm going to do it the way I've always done it. In it goes. Roll it together. I'm just going to roll them all together and then I'll get the cherries. Because that way I have as little cherry juice on my hands as possible. And I can just bing, bang, boom, slam them in. Don't have to press it far. As far as I can tell, it would like they'll spread a little, but not a lot. And the cherries will stay put. They kind of just suction themselves in. This is one of the first recipes, by the way, that I gave to somebody else in my marathon baking of people asking for recipes on Facebook. And the person you asked for is somebody I met through my best friend's wedding, her college bestie. And this person went on to use that recipe to bake cookies with her sons when they were younger. Because like I said, I've been at this now for a little over a decade. I think this is year 12 or 13 that I've baked cookies for my family. And which that's also wild to think about. But anyways, it was a good recipe where kids could be involved because it's so simple. So if you have little ones that you want to involve in cookie baking, this is a great recipe to involve them in. She said they had a blast with it, so much so that she actually brought it to her church to bake with the Sunday school kids. And I think that is fabulous. I think that's the beauty of recipes, is when you can share them. When they're so shareable that you can get people of all ages involved. I think that's just something special. So I'm really happy that this recipe made it that far in its life. And hopefully before I step off of this earth, I have somebody else who I can pass a lot of these things on to too. I will not have children of my own, but other people's kids. I will steal other people's kids to pass them on to. I'm passing them on, I feel, through Twitch right now. Because I encourage you guys, join the Discord. Snag the recipes. Try it for yourself. I call these Bake With Me streams because I try to get the recipes out to you ahead of time so that if you want to follow along on your tablet or whatever while I'm live baking, you can. Like I think that's one of the beauties of live streaming is I can share it in real time and you get a better sense of, you know, how long it'll take, and you can just work alongside of me versus a YouTube video where you have to pause it constantly because they're moving way faster because they can do jump cuts, and it's for the birds. I mean, it's a great way to get recipes, but it's for the birds. I almost forgot to write down on my sheet. $16 per tray, and I think I need 7 trays. So it'll be quick. It'll be quick. Get these balls on here. All the balls, all the balls. Huh. I should have somebody rewrite Jingle Bells as Jingle Balls for Cookie Balls. That would be funny. Be good parody music. I am not good at writing parody music, so that's not my skill set. I would have to find somebody who is. Your family likes the peanut butter cookie recipe? I love that, Carrie. I'm so glad that they like it. It's such a good recipe. I don't know how I lucked out having so many really good recipes, but dang it, I did. And come January, I'm definitely going to be working on a cookbook, since that has been requested. It may not be ready until like late summer, but I'm going to work on it. Won't be the production quality that you see commercially, but it'll be nice. And it'll be functional. Jingle balls, jiggling all the way. Yeah, yep. I hope my cookies aren't jiggling, but maybe. There's grease on this. It's making it hard to hold on to. There we go. Ugh. Don't forget D's nuts, Seamus. There's no D's nuts in my cookies. There's just not. Nobody wants D's nuts in these cookies. That would be yucky. Balls, balls, balls. I should make an alias of that to have the S on the end of nuts, just so that it's easier to do that command. Oh man, I was so sad today, you guys, that I had to work. Because despite the fact that it was just like raining and shitty out and windy, it was 60 degrees when Seamus woke up, and it was still 50 when I woke up maybe 30 minutes later. It was beautiful. It would have been a good day to go for a long walk because all of the sidewalk snow has melted. No, I had to work. I was stuck inside. It's rude. These nuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. I hope these nuts aren't roasting on an open fire. Somebody's gonna be real upset. Someone's gonna be real upset if that's the case, Seamus. Oh my goodness. Like, no king shaming, but I don't think anybody wants that. don't think anybody wants that. Nope. But yeah, I wish I could have gone for a nice walk. And then I got home from doing massage. Holy smokes. I got home and I was freaking starving. Like, I was so hungry. So I came home and I ate 3 pieces of pizza, and just like one at a time. I'd eat one, I'd stop for a little bit. I was still ridiculously hungry. So I'd eat another, and then I'd stop, and then I ate all 3 pieces of pizza that were reserved for me from the 6-cut last night. And then I was still hungry, so I had a bowl of cereal. I'm finally not hungry. But I was like, WTF, body. It's not like I haven't been feeding you. Knivex, you're streaking. Let's go. Welcome in. How are you? Yeah, I couldn't believe how hungry I was. I am careful with the cherries, by the way. If I see juice actively pooling, I will mop it up as best I can because it makes a sticky mess on the trays, as you might imagine. Not all cherries are created equal either. Some of them are just shredded. Like this. This is just a shred of a cherry, so it's mine. What do you call a bunch of intelligent board game players poking fun at each other in the lobby? Chestnuts roasting in an open fire. I saw that one on Facebook earlier today, Knivex, and I groaned. I groaned. It's a very bad pun. It's very appropriate for the current season. Okay, there's tray 2. So we'll get the 3rd tray prepped, and then before we start prepping the 4th, I will put the first one in the oven. Didn't smack anything, right? No, I didn't. Okay. My depth perception's getting the better of me. Why do I have a million gajillion? Oh. Because Discord felt the need to send me a ping about my own server. Okay. Okay, Discord. I posted that, Discord. Do 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 do. Is everybody done with their holiday shopping? Is anybody waiting until the last minute to get some stuff? I know Seamus and I are down to the last minute for some stuff. And I've got to wrap at least his stuff relatively soon because Yule is on Sunday and we'll be exchanging on Sunday, that means. So I've got to take care of that. Thankfully, though, tomorrow all I have on the docket is cookies. So I'll have time before or probably after cookies to wrap tomorrow. And then it'll be after cookies on Sunday that we exchange. Because tomorrow and Sunday, it's 2 p.m. for spritzes. I've got 2 kinds of spritzes. We're doing 1 each day. which also gives my hand a break from the cookie press, which is good. Because that thing murders hands. I was informed about sister's boyfriend's list 15 minutes ago. Have not seen it yet. Oh boy. How long has she been with boyfriend? Because I am of the mindset personally, due to how I've experienced family and significant others, is so they've been together for a year, they get like one small thing. If they make it to year 2, they can have 2 small things. And if they make it to year 3, they're probably a keeper and can have more. I think it's just snack stuff since waiting for mail. Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because like, I don't want to, and this isn't to be mean, but like, usually you don't really super know an early on significant other of a family member, and I don't want to spend like $50 to $100 on somebody who is only gonna last like maybe 13, 14 months, and then they decide that they're not right for each other, you know? 20 to 25 is a much more acceptable range until you know for certain that there's something serious there. In my opinion. It's been a few years? Okay. So there's probably something serious there. That helps. That definitely helps. Huh. I've got the hiccups. Probably from eating so much and then drinking a ton of water. And I still have my sub from the pizzeria, so I'm golden for like snack tonight and lunch tomorrow. Or lunch tomorrow and dinner tomorrow, for all I know. We'll see how hungry I am later today. Tonight. Later tonight. It's already 6 o'clock. Speaking of, I'm surprised I don't have a cat out here begging me for wet food. Smeagol must be too tired to care at the moment. That'll change. That'll change.
I just fed him an hour ago.
Oh, you just fed him an hour ago, Seamus? Okay, never mind. He's content. That's why there's no cat out here begging me for wet food. Do you know what a nice change of pace it is to be able to go fast through cookies instead of struggling to get them to twist together? Man, oh man. Yeah, that one's too broken. Delicious. I love maraschino cherries, you guys. The red 40 doesn't necessarily love me, but I love them. Yeah, before I realized that you needed both the almond and the vanilla extracts, I would go to push these in, and like you can see they crack a little, which is fine, but they just like crumbled apart. It was miserable. And I was like, this dough is too dry. There's no freaking way that this is what it's supposed to be like. And then of course, like I figured it out, fixed it, did not write on the recipe went back to do them the next year, and I was like, this dough worked so much better last year. What's the problem? I had to refigure it out again. And then because I had done it twice, I committed it to memory. And now on my own recipe card, it is correct. And in the card in the Discord that you can print for yourself, it is correct. And I will also say, not only do I have them as printable cards in the Discord, I do have it written down if you're more a fan of like copy and slap into Word document style. The Discord is also very convenient. Let me tell you what, having the recipe written down, if you, like me, are suddenly on the fly needing, like deciding that you're going to make cookies or some shit, and the recipe's in there to just pull it up to make sure you know what the ingredients are. I even used my own Discord with recipes. I was getting the monthly self-care pedicure with Seamus, and the pedicurist's daughter was there talking about wanting to make oatmeal cookies. I think it was oatmeal or it was peanut butter. I think it was oatmeal. And her mom asked, do you have a good recipe? Have you picked a recipe out? And she's like, no, I'll look for it on the internet later. And I was like, I got one for you. And I could just pull it up and hand it to her. Like, how nice that is. It's so handy. Okay. One tray there. We're going to pull this tray over here. And I'm going to real quick. I said 9 minutes. 9 minutes. And that might be what my timer is already set for, which would be really handy. It is indeed. So we're going to put tray number 1 in the oven. I really need... Hang on. I need to move stuff down so that it can sit where I want it. Perfect. Okay. Tray number 1 going in. Start the timer. I already marked the sheet. And now I will mark the stream. Add cookies. 16. First set's in. And hopefully this is enough of a gap to keep us flowing without stalling. It's the goal anyways. That's the goal. The better the flow, the nicer it goes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Cookies in the morning, cookies in the evening, cookies at supper time. Basically what I'm doing. We're not adding 69 nuts, Nivex. No. No. No nuts in the cookies. No nuts. This is a nut-free cookie environment. There's no nuts in the cakes. There's no nuts in the brownies. There's no nuts in the bread. Oh. The only nut is in the other. Yeah, basically. Yep, the only nut is in the other room, Nivex. I can go with that. Because I am clearly not a nut. Perfectly sane, very angelic. Would never do anything to troll my friends or clip embarrassing moments. Nope, not me. Not at all. 6 minutes on a clock. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish Monday. Wednesday is Christmas Eve, and we do go to my aunt's house for Christmas Eve. So chances are really good that the only streams prior to Christmas are going to be the remainder of these cookie streams. And then we should get a semblance of normalcy back after. And I'm going to see if I can't arrange something fun for New Year's Eve, because that's also going to be a Wednesday. Chippos, hi, welcome in. How are you? Like, maybe Seamus and I will make it out to the beverage store and we can have some good tipsy fun on New Year's Eve. Whether or not whoever maybe joins us on stream is tipsy is regardless. Like, I think I am going to be tipsy for New Year's Eve. I haven't been tipsy on stream in a while. I haven't been tipsy in a while on stream, and it's usually a good time. Some of my funniest clip moments, especially in Lethal Company, are from when I was drunk on New Year's Eve. Just got off work, so finally relaxing. Congratulations on being done with work. Are you done for just the weekend, or are you done for a short extended period for the holidays? That is a very important question. I am just like garbling my words. Absolutely garbling them. My brain's not working. My words aren't working. Essential functions only. Cookie centers in overload. Ooh. Speaking of cherry juice on the tray. Have to remember you're going in early tomorrow. Will be a longer day, but worth it. That is definitely worth it. You're off on weekends? Heck yeah. I take it then that you're going to be in at least Monday, Tuesday next week. Coworker has a funeral view. Oh, that's sad, Carrie. But it's good that you can help cover. We all got to help each other out in those kinds of times. Two and a half minutes on the clock. Going to get out of my chair, so I going to lurk. Those cookies look good. Thank you, Chippos. I appreciate the lurk. Enjoy your stretch. Getting up out of the chair is important. Although I may have been doing too much of that lately. I need to sit for a long while tonight. I took ibuprofen last night for my back. My back and my legs. They were just not happy. And definitely by the end of the candy canes, it didn't matter if I was sitting or standing or what have you, like it just wasn't comfy. It's probably the end of this paper towel. Scrape the sides down. Yeah, that's like about half of our dough, so that's good. That's good. And we've got just over a minute left on the clock, which is perfect. Whoop. I can have some water. I can do, whoop, come on, register, thank you. I can do that. Oh, big old stretch. I've got like a grease spot on the corner there and it's driving me nuts. Yeah, so now when I lean there, I'm not gonna slide. Because it's just awkward. 25 seconds. Might as well give you guys a little spin. We can remove the cookies together and start the next tray. They will need a little bit of time to cool before removal. Come on. Sometimes the trays just try to get away from me. Yeah, see, not a lot of spread. Just a little. Just a little. Second tray going in. Start the timer. Mark the sheet. Spin this back for the moment. And add them in on stream. Oh yeah. It's been so nice not having to manually add the cookies up necessarily, just having the number here. Having the number here that I can just be like, this is how many I've made is really nice. I'm also enjoying seeing the grand total just cropping up. Like, that's a lot of fun for me too. I'm very proud of myself for those counters and I'm really pleased with how well they're functioning. They make me so happy. They make me so happy. Counters are wonderful. I want to give this like 3 minutes of cooling time. Which means that it's going to start to catch up to us, but it should be okay because like we don't have, we might have another 4 trays of dough left. Which is perfect. Right? It's perfect. It's right where we want to be. Well, hello, Hera. Yeah? Is that so, little girl? It's time for me to take cookies off of a tray, though. We are presently, by the way, 2/3 of the way through Christmas cookies. And after tonight, I will be 3/4 of the way done. Which is wild. And wonderful. It's wild and wonderful. Okay, so I reclaim this tray from making cookies onto. Give her a spin. We got just under 6 minutes on the clock. Spin this back. Can at least get started with the scoopity scoop. The scoopity scoop. And by the time I get them all scooped out, the air bake should be cooler so that it's a little bit safer towards my hands. You do have to be careful when you're going this fast because the trays have not super cooled. And if you've got a cookie, like a chocolate chip cookie, you really got to be careful because the chocolate chips will start to melt on it. That's not necessarily a good thing. But yeah, I'm gonna have no regrets having made the full triple batch right off the get-go, I don't think. Nom nom nom. Yes. Nom nom nom, Seamus. La da 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 da. 3.5 minutes. Oop. I thought I felt it trying to crumble apart a little. I did indeed. There we go. That's just the dough getting a little dry. Partially maybe because the tray was so hot when I set some of them down. Not sure. But the bottoms are very, very warm. Giving them a good squash. Do 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 do. 2 minutes on the clock. And if you're wondering, the reason I don't have my cell phone like right here is so that I don't potentially like cover it in cookie stuff. It's one thing to clean an island, it's one thing to clean a cookie tray, but to clean a cell phone of sticky stuff is obnoxious. So just don't give yourself that opportunity to cover it in obnoxious stuff. The way they're crumbling is very peculiar too. Because it's like this part isn't squishing back together. I'll just do this then. "19 seconds. One moment, please. While I go grab one tray and put a different one in. Okay, one tray out. One tray in. Start the timer, mark the sheet, mark the stream. Back to rolling balls. I see, it's just, it wants to crack. And I need it to not do that. Ideally. Ideally. Smush, smush, smush. Flatten. Roll back up. Perfect. Maybe that's just how I need to do it. Okay. Cherries. Cherries, cherries, cherries. Some of these are going to look really interesting. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just do that. Don't know why. Because it's not like it's been that long and the dough's just decided to be fussy. Weird. Very weird. What matters is how they taste and that they are healthy cookies that help you lose weight, build muscles, and do your taxes for you. Legatus, if you find a cookie that will help me do my taxes, I would like to patent that with you so that we can be millionaires, okay? Thank you. I have no delusions, though, that there will ever be a cookie that's going to help me build muscle and lose weight, because that is just not happening. One of the things I have learned from enough cooking YouTube is that, sure, it might be packed with extra protein, but it's also packed with extra sugar, probably. And that's not helpful. Hi, Kissy. Cookies that do taxes, you need that, right? Right? If only. If freaking only. That would be amazing. Can probably find one, but she'll charge by the hour. A cookie? Who's the cookie? Gotta take stuff off of tray. La da 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 da. 3.5 minutes on the clock. I'm sure there's someone named Cookie out there that can do tag. You're probably right, Legatus. That's the scary thing. You're probably right. Okay, let's try to get as much of the grease off of this thing as I can. She probably does taxes during the day and other activities during the evening with a name like that. Not to assume, but like, I've not heard yet of parents willingly naming their child Cookie. Frank, thank you so much for the resubscription. How are you, Sagady's nuts? What up, Frank? 16 months in a row. Let's go. Let's go. How have you been, friend? Yeah, that is reserved for, I think, mods and VIPs, so Seamus will have to come in and give you a D's Nuts command. I think. If he's paying attention. If not, I'll grab it in a bit. In a bit. D's Nuts, there it is. Oh, with a Z. With a Z at the end, Frank. I have to put an alias in for an S at the end. Bubbly requested it, and now it's a thing. There it is. There it is. We're up to 39. Got him. That's right. That's right, Frank. Just when everybody thought this would be something you'd see in Vin's channel, it ended up here. It ended up here. Do. How's work going, Frank? Are you taking any time off for the holidays? Random thought, but I wonder if the etymology of holidays is holy days. I should look that up at some point. I should Google that. This is why I have lots of random facts in my brain, because that's the sort of question that it pops into it. There are indeed 3 seconds left on the timer. One comes out, another goes in. All right, start the timer. Mark the sheets for tray number 4 and add them in on the stream. And roll them. It's amazing how you can feel when it's not behaving in your hands. It's amazing. You're just like, excuse me, cookie dough. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm aware that you're not doing what you were doing literally 20 minutes ago. Activity started? It thinks I'm running. No, watch. No. I'm certainly not running. So it is, this motion is definitely making it count steps that I'm not getting. Oops. Seven minutes. I may give my hands a quick wash before I stuff the cherries in these. Because I'm pressing so hard, I'm getting like a dough residue. And my fingers are stained from the cherries. Yeah, we're getting down there on the dough too. Which is perfect. This will be a much faster night than the last 2. Or 3. Because like we're at a little over almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. Which is not bad. It'll be nice to not have quite so long of a night too, just so that I can sit sooner. And like breathe and have time to think sooner. Okay, real fast, let me rinse this off of my hands. Beautiful. Much better. 4 minutes on the clock. Yeah, see, that's not breaking quite as bad. Weird. You weird, weird dough. Weird, weird cookie dough. Sometimes it just does weird stuff, you know? You have no idea how bad I want to just eat all of these maraschino cherries, though. I would sit and eat like an entire jar of maraschino cherries. I would regret it. My IBS would not appreciate that, but I would do it. Seamus also would not appreciate it. Because he's in the direct line of fire range of the toxic fumes. Hi, Hazard Menace. Welcome in. Good morning. How are you? Yup, you do. A whole week of chickens. Let's go.
I'm gonna need you to drink.
You got it, Opal. How are you, Opal? Welcome in. That's too late for you? Yeah. 6:34 in the evening, which means you're also Eastern time, is a little bit late to be waking up for the day. I agree, Hazard. Hi, Lunar. Welcome in. How are you? There. Oop. This tray is together. So we're going to take cookies off of the other tray. We've got 2.5 minutes on the clock. You've been busy? What you've been busy with? Have you been making cookies? Do, 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 do. Because if you're making cookies, that's exciting. If you're making gifts, that's exciting too. I'll see in just a second what your response is. Yeah, that one's already cooled off. I did a thing today, filled my freezer with slow cooker freezer meals. I have 7 now. 2 sweet and sour chicken, 2 teriyaki chicken, 1 chicken parm, and 2 chicken enchiladas. Those sound delicious, Lunar. Those sound delicious. Spouse brought me a spamasubi roll from his staff meeting. One of his Islander coworkers made it. I think I remember Glay and Tamiti and Cherie talking about those. And they're supposed to be really good, and I'm just like, it's got spam in it, so I'll pass. Hopefully you enjoy it, though. Wanted to set up future in pain Lunar with the best possible outcome I can, and healthy outcome with real food, not little, like, takeout. Absolutely, Lunar. Why is it future in pain Lunar? Do you have a surgery or something coming up? Because if so, like, best wishes for the best outcome possible and a super speedy recovery. One comes out, one goes in. That one's going to be a little bit of a mess, but I see one with stuff pooled around the bottom, but it's already so soaked in, there's no point in going after it. start tray number 5 in the oven. Add cookies, 16. My partner DoorDashed me some Taco Bell with McDonald's nuggets and a mocha frappe as a love language. That's amazing though, Hazard. What a good love language. This is the first time I've had Spam and it tastes like normal ham. Interesting, Opal. I have chronic pain that at times flares up really bad. I can deal with it most of the time, but when it's bad, I can't even get out of bed to do. Oh, Lunar. Okay. So these aren't like I'm planning for a week of my body being in bullshit amounts of pain because I need to have like a torn meniscus fixed or something. This is, I'm going to leave these and I'll continue to cook otherwise until I have one of those moments where I just need a quick meal. He gave you food because he knows you're sick. Well, that's really good of him. And I hope you feel better soon, because being sick is no fun. Being sick is really like, it's for the birds. It's no fun. Nobody likes being sick. That's for sure. Let me kind of clump this back together here. Yeah, we're gonna get 1, maybe 2 trays out of this, what's left. These are such a quick cookie. There's very few ingredients, there's very few steps to putting the dough together. You don't roll the dough in anything, so it's just onto the tray and get the cherries in, and then you can bake it, and it's not a long bake time. Which also kind of makes them good cookies for if you you're having like people over in, I don't know, say like 5 hours in the evening or whatever, and you don't want to spend a lot of time on cookies. These are quick to make. I'm having stomach aches a lot and I can't go for walks anymore. It's too snowy and 30 degrees. Yeah, the snow and the cold temperature does make it difficult to go for walks. I've been managing where I can though. It's actually, so if you're trying to like lose weight and whatnot, it's actually a really good idea to go out in colder weather because you burn more calories trying to stay warm and whatnot. It's actually very beneficial. Yeah, we'll use them also as we go so they don't get, frostbite too much. But they're for when it's bad mostly. So every 3 or so weeks I will use one, but I will then every 2 months or so add 3 to 5. There you go, Lunar. That's amazing. That's a good system. And it's really handy that you know your body that well. It's really, really handy that you know your body that well. I am terrible at pre-planning meals. Like, I am not good at meal prep. So that is a downfall for me. I wish I was good at meal prep. But I have given it attempts and it's just not for me really. And to be fair, we don't really have the freezer or fridge space to do it. Unfortunately. Someday if we have like a separate chest freezer, absolutely we'll be able to do a little bit more of that kind of stuff. Took you to your mid-40s to get to this, that's fair. And it's interesting, right, that sometimes there are things that we can't seem to manage in our like younger youth, and then as we get into our more mature youth, we're like, I don't know why this was such a problem, 10, 15 years ago. This is simple. It's interesting how that works. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. My My Christmas gift this year was a mini deep freezer, like a mini fridge, but as a freezer. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know they made those. That's super cool. My mom is close to age of being old, retired age, so I help her. That's really good of you though, Hazard. That's really good of you. Not all kids do that. And I mean, it's not like a requirement as a kid to take care of your parents, but it is definitely a really nice gesture. Gesture? Gesture. No, I guess you could say it either way, gesture or gesture. I think technically it's supposed to be gesture. My brain is working overtime in real time. I don't know what was wrong with those last couple trays. These are fine. Weird. Three minutes on the clock. Yeah, I've got like a tray left. And if I have a little more than a tray, I may just call it and not try for any more dough. Because there's really not much left in there. You call gifts gestures of love? They are. They absolutely are. No doubt about that. That's why it's so nice to both give and receive. Mutual affection, whether it's friendship, familial bonds, chosen family, a romantic partner. It's all important. Gosh, after yesterday, this feels like it's going by so fast. But I mean, compared to yesterday, it is going by super fast. Go cook dinner, but bye for now and have fun. Thank you, Hazard. Enjoy your dinner. The smell of the cherries is making you salivate? Because cherries are good. 23 seconds on the clock, so before we take the other ones off of the tray, we're going to make a swappity swap. We're going to make a swappity swap. Yeah, it's the bottom one. Wait, I need 2 gloves to take them out of the oven. That would have been a really bad mistake. Okay, 1 tray in. Start the timer. Mark the sheet for tray number 6 and add them onto the stream. And then take some water. This water's so cold it's hurting my teeth and I'm here for it. chance, really. That tray's cooled right off. The cookies still need some cool time, but the tray itself is very manageable. I have something very entertaining to show you guys when I get back over there. First, real quick, where we had some cherry juice. Dama Iti, hello. How are you? Welcome in. I've been here just trying to spam Faz before my nephew comes tomorrow. Won't likely have much free time when he arrives. Oh boy. So, by grabbing them, like I get a little bit on my fingers because even though they're cooked, they still have like a buttery residue. Almost time to go have fun with the cookies. Thank you, Carrie. Enjoy. I think it's a concert. Another concert. Enjoy. Let's make what should be the last tray. Finger licking good. You can lick my fingers any day. I mean, what? Yeah, I don't even know if I get a full tray out of this, which is perfectly fine with me. Because we've got the 7 we need. This is bonus. Oh my, ooh woo. Yes, another one. His Friday group joining other groups. Oh, very nice. Enjoy, Carrie. Your husband sounds very musically inclined, which is amazing. Yeah, something else I can work on potentially is I have cookie guides to finish up to go with the boxes this year. I just have to put, like I already wrote the guides themselves, I just have to put pictures in. Gotta add pictures. Two. Yep, this is the last one that's in here. Don't even need the scoop for this. I'll just roll this one first. Just roll it first. We've also got 4 minutes on the clock. Yeah, I can either have one slightly large one or 2 very small ones. We'll go with one slightly large. So the very last tray is 15 instead of 16. Not bad. Not bad at all. Doing good. Good, good, good. And it's only 7 o'clock. It's a miracle. I won't be standing on my feet until 10 p.m. again. Because, of course, after I let you guys go, even though Seamus does the dishes for me, there's still cleanup that has to be done. As far as, like, putting my apron away, getting the mics put back on charge, putting the camera stand and stuff back in a little bit of a corner so it's not trip overable. Make sure I wipe the island down typically, except for last night I was just too exhausted. Just like all the little things. We're not running watch, okay? I promise you. It's like, no, but for 5 minutes you've been doing this thing. I'm aware, Watch. Trust me, I'm aware. Oh, I already rolled that one. Done with this. That can go over there. All right, let's get some cherries in this bad boy. We've also got 2 minutes on the clock. Yeah, it was really just a couple of trays that were like, I'm gonna be a nightmare with the dough, and the rest of it's been beautiful. So conclusion is the trays maybe were too warm and the heat was affecting the dough. That's what I'm gonna go with. Because it's really the only thing I can logically think of that was different. Ophelia, hi! Hopping on to say hi and let you all know I have mono... Oh my god, Ophelia. Don't you already have Epstein-Barr? Like, chronically? And now you've got mono on top of that? Did the universe just wake up and say, fuck off to you in particular? That sucks. "24 seconds. Just enough time to eat a cherry." Ophelia, that's fucking brutal. That is brutal. It did reactivate. Good lord. Oop, nope, I don't need that. I didn't want to click that. I am so sorry to hear that. What a terrible time of the year to have that, too. One out. One in. Timer start. That is tray number 7. Yep, there's 112 out of the 102 I need. Let's get these ones off of this tray. And then while we wait for that tray to cool some, we can put excess cherries back in containers. have to say, it's really nice having the extra air bakes. Last year, I'm pretty sure last year I only had 2, and that tremendously slows you down. Rotating between 2 trays. This is fantastic. I like having 4 trays. I just got to get, you know, a whole table for this and an extra, like, cooling rack stand, and then I can have, like, 8 of them, and I can just load them up. That would be awesome. Be so good. Okay. I'm going to start with 2 jars. Ouch. That didn't feel good. Because I don't know if I'll need both of them. Cherries are so good. I love both maraschino cherries and like just regular black cherries and like all cherries. I love all cherries. Yeah, I'm not gonna put any more in that jar. Need to give it some room for liquid. So how long do they think you're going to be down for the count with the mono, Ophelia? And are you able to take like temporary disability from your job? Because it's not like you can really work with mono. It's highly freaking contagious. One last one. Hi, Bubbly. Welcome on in. How are you, friend? Rinse some of this off of my hands. Can last up to a year, so it's hard to say, and you're not eligible for medical. What? I feel like at this point you should be eligible for SSDI because holy crap, oh moly. What are you supposed to do with that? Like, you can't work. You can't. I mean, I don't even feel like you could easily. Oh my god, it's way up there. I don't even feel like you could easily do work from home stuff, right? Because you're going to be exhausted. That's kind of the hallmark of mono, is it just wipes your ass out. Four minutes on the clock. Goodbye, loads of cherry juice. You need a good work from home job that's legitimate. Yeah, they're so far hard to find. Far behind. Doing good, Ophelia. That's awful, friend. Yeah, your throat is so messed up from all the coughing. Ugh, I believe it. But at least it's the weekend now, right, Bubbly? You get some time off because it's the weekend. Be right back. No problem. Do what you gotta do. These go in the fridge. It's like 80% back. Well, that's good news. That's fantastic news. Basically, I have 2 minutes on the clock. Yeah, the weekend. Yeah. Come back over here. Gonna take some more off of a tray. And we've got just one to bake after this. Lovely. I like that. That pleases me. Gosh, imagine if I had 8 trays. I would have just had them all done and we would just cycle them through and I could sit in between and... Yeah. Someday when we have a house, preferably my dad's house, but when we have a house, we will make the kitchen super workable for what I need when I'm baking. My dad's house has double ovens and more counter space, but no island in the center. But like a table or an island could definitely be put in the center for making this so much more like feasible, workable room to use and grow with. It would be glorious. 30 seconds. I'm just grabbing some water. Next week, it's 2 days of work, Monday and Tuesday, and then 3 days off, Bubbly. That's fantastic. We're definitely not going to be here for another hour, so I'm going to stop raids from coming in. Yeah, this is a short stream. One goes out, one comes out, one goes in. And this is only 15. The last 15. Timer starts. Plus 15. I'm going to spin you guys back this way. I know it's like a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. $127 total. Have you seen those foldable / hideaway islands that hide in the floors? I have not, Bubbly. That sounds incredible. For 127, which is 10 dozen plus 7. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. I have 3 cookies remaining. Wow. Which is also an amazing thing. This is definitely one of those projects that to somebody who's not done something similar, it's very overwhelming. Like, I totally get that. But I've been doing this for so many years now. This is second nature. This is just what I do. And breaking it into small chunks makes it much more manageable. For the sake of Seamus, I'm not going to put this bowl in the sink right now. It's going to sit here with water in it for everything to soak. Because the sink has a decent chunk of things in it. I do want to get water in the cherry pot, though. That cherry juice is gonna be sticky. That's better. Excellent. Very good. I love this for me. I love this for me. 6.5 minutes on the clock. I'll need more water soon, too. I just filled that before work. I already need more. It's been one of those days. Well, Butter Dreams, you did good. You did good. I am almost certain we're doing the butter spritz first, but let me double check. Let me see what I put on the schedule. I mean, it really doesn't matter per se which ones I do first, but I try to stay consistent with what I said I was gonna do, you know? Seems like a good idea. Yeah, I did say butter spritz first. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. Buttery spritzes. You thought these ones had a lot of butter? Oh, baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. We really have a lot of butter in the next cookie. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bud. There's so much butter in the butter spritz, like... The butter spritz for one batch literally calls for an entire pound of butter. That's 2 cups. 1 whole pound. Granted, it goes to a cup of sugar, teaspoon of almond extract, and 4 cups of flour, but there's a pound of butter in those bad boys. I'm out of water. I need to remedy that. I don't want to be out of water. This is your reminder to make sure your water's full, your nightly meds have been taken, you've had a little bit of a stretch break, ate dinner, did your homework if that's a thing, whole kit and caboodle. Ice, because it's gotta be cold. Water. A pound of these nuts. Oh my lord, bubbly. No nuts in the cookies. No nuts in the cookies. Got 3 minutes on the clock, so I'm gonna have a sip. It's water. We're gonna take the ones that are on the tray off. Holy night, all was well, all was bright. Oh, Seamus is playing something that's making him upset. We got about 2 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna get some of these off of here because I obviously have no more space. So into the container they go. So that I will have space. Ooh, I also have stuff to cut for my brother and sister-in-law's Christmas gifts. I almost forgot about that. That little project that I did. Now that I'm thinking about the fact that I've still got my wrapping to do. I'm gonna have to get that done. We have to stop at like an ATM, pull some cash, get a card. Whew. The last little tidbits, man. The last little tidbits. Overall, though, like, we're in good shape. Timer. Dismiss. Move alert cleared. Good job. You thought I was running twice. What do you mean a move alert is cleared, Watch? What activity did you think I was doing if not running? Is that just a default icon? My watch has gone psychotic. I'm actually going to set these up here. Just because I can. And I want to set a 5-minute timer for taking them off. My work did a You've Been Mugged gift exchange this year, and the mug I got this year holds almost 2 cups worth. Oh my lord. I've had 2 cups worth of warm honey lemon water today. That's a big mug. That's a big mug, Bubbly. But it's nice when you can make a really big container of stuff to help you feel better all at once. For sure. Yeah, these are cool enough to take off of here. Spreads so weird. I keep looking at it thinking it's gonna fall apart and it's not. Okay, that'll be enough removal for the moment. A stressful period. High stress has drained your battery. Take time to relax today and help out. From 6 o'clock to now. Watch, it really wasn't that stressful, but okay. I just had a pound of these nuts in my mouth, was eating pistachios. Oh my lord, Seamus. Just wish the mug stayed warm. That's why a mug warmer is really nice. I just got one. Some anonymous person very kindly and generously donated me one off of my throne list, like gifted me. And it's fantastic. And I don't know who you are, but I appreciate the fuck out of you. Pistachios are your favorite kind of nuts too? I don't like nuts. I eat them sometimes, but not often. But also, Seamus did the thing. Your money is on Seamus? Somebody's in your corner, Seamus. Can you be my sugar daddy for real, though? Mod power. Seamus was not the one who did the anonymous throne gift. He would have owned up to it. And if he was, he's done an awfully good job of keeping his mouth shut. But no, I don't think he was. Mod power. Mod powers activate. Something like that. Something like that. 127. We're at 1,200 cookies, you guys. 1,200. I need to make at minimum 1,377 cookies. So we have 176 cookies minimum to go. And I'm slated to make that much minimum in the buttery based spritz. Like literally exactly 176 of them is what I need. And then 171 of the cream cheesy spritz and 108 of the sugar cookies. So there's that. Mr. Bubbly is your sugar daddy. Mod rights matter. What rights? You have the right to live in my basement and occasionally get soup. Like, that's how it works. When you mod for somebody, you live in their basement and pray for goodies. Okay. Flip this on here. We are done. We are done for the day. Seamus would sneak me tacos and potatoes at least. You think he's not hogging them for himself? You're taking applications for the harem. The tryouts are a bitch, though. Oh, Seamus. Seamus. What am I gonna do with you? What am I gonna do with you, Seamus? I would pass 100%. I work with preschoolers. Fair. I'll screw you over. All right, I am gonna go back to the desktop. So I'm gonna mute this mic. There's gonna be a brief interlude of like nothing here, and I'll meet you back in front of that computer. You had that wife already. I mean, it's true. You had 2 of those wives already. Okay. Whew. Another very successful day of cookies, which is fantastic. I am pleased. I am pleased with the progress we made. I hope you guys are pleased with the progress you got to see. Because it was a good day. It was a good day. I am looking forward to tomorrow. We are now 3/4 of the way through the cookies, by the way. 3 heckin' quarters through. So, just 3 more days to go. Only 3 more days of Christmas cookies. We have the butter-based spritz tomorrow, the cream cheese-based spritz on Sunday, and then we have the sugar cookies on Monday. That's it. That's all we have left. Now, the spritz cookies are going to be something special because I'm always in battle with the cookie press to make it do my bidding. There will probably be a certain amount of swearing at the cookie press because it doesn't like to behave. It really... Sometimes we can just be like, boop, 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 and get all the cookies out. And other times it's like, no, they're sticking to me. Hi, Hazel. How are you? Welcome in. Spank it and call it a good girl boy machine. You know, it's Italian. So I think it's just bratty. It is directly from Italy. It was my mom's. I don't know if she bought it specifically or if she inherited it. But it's old, it's all metal, and it's a pain in my ass. But here's the thing about cookie presses, right? Because Seamus has asked, well, why don't you just get a different cookie press? I'd have to learn that cookie press. Every cookie press is a little bit different, and all of them are brats. Like, I have not met a single person who's like, my cookie press is easy. We all fight with them. We all do. That's just the nature of a cookie press. The cookies are worth it, but you're gonna fight with it a little bit. That's just how it goes. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. You will fight with the cookie press. It is a family heirloom. It has generational brattiness. This is true, Miri. It does have generational brattiness. It is what it is. We do what we can. And it works out. It works out in the end, so, you know, we'll be fighting with that tomorrow. We'll be fighting with that Sunday. Now, traditionally, I get a hot spot, like, right here on this hand because of the cookie press. My occupational therapist, fearing for my hands, because we're already fixing this one, right? And generational brattiness today. You pulled something in your neck, Mary? Oh... Hi, Robin. Welcome in. How are you? She fears for my hands, so she actually made me a thing that I can put on this hand to hopefully put a barrier between it and the sharp end of the metal thing that is the plunger for the cookie press. So hopefully I won't end up with a hot spot from the cookie press on my hand. And when I say hot spot, I mean bruise. I bruise my hand with the cookie press. It's a whole thing. I am, Wazo. The Butter Dreams are fast. They are so fast. So we have already finished the Butter Dreams. I smell a Voltaren rub today. Ooh. Ooh. But because they were fast, like, that's why we can have this little moment to, like, sit and chat and review what's upcoming and so on and so forth. Because, yeah, 2.5 hours, bing, bang, boom, complete. Butter Dreams are quick. The dough is super simple. The method to get them on the trays is super simple. So they're just a cookie that it doesn't take a lot. Yeah. I know you've been trying to be here for all of the cookies, Wazo, and you've been doing a great job of it. Okay, let me just say, the names that I see continually popping up for these streams, I see you guys, and I appreciate you guys, but good after the long yeah, very good after the long candy canes from yesterday, Wazo, because holy holy Toledo, those were something. My feet and my back are still feeling it. Yeah, my feet and my back are still feeling it. I am not sorry that these ones went quick. I'm kind of actually looking forward to being in wind down mode by 8 p.m. since it's only 7:30 right now. That's gonna be a really good thing for me. The time you start early, I miss out on a bunch of it, sadly. Yeah. But I understand, like, you had to work. I'm sure Wazo was at work. A lot of people were at work. Oh my god, that's so cute. I didn't know Tootie had one with a cookie. That's adorable. Tomorrow is a 2 p.m. start, so I will get to come by for some before we go out for my friend's birthday dinner. That'll be so good, Miri. Yeah, tomorrow is an earlier start. 2 p.m. Because I want time to deal with the cookie press and it fighting me. But also, it's the weekend, so we might as well start early. And if I finish within 4 hours, now I've got the whole evening basically in front of me. And if it takes me more like 6 hours, I'm not pushing midnight. So when I was planning my schedule, I was trying to balance cookies based on where I already had clients in the schedule, where I didn't. So like the candy canes yesterday, because I didn't have any clients in the schedule that day, I actually went in and blocked off the whole day so that I could start when I intended to and nobody could suddenly book a massage. And then, crap, I have to start later, because if we had started at 5 p.m. after all my massages potentially were done for the day, I would have been up until 12:30 in the morning working on cookies, and that would have been misery. Cookies by day, Phasmo by night, basically. Yeah, no midnight cookies. It's dangerous to bake when overtired. Exactly, Miri. And I mean, I've done it. I've absolutely done it. Sam of the past has been there, done that. I have the t-shirt to prove it. My dad can tell you. My brother can tell you. I think even my sister was present for some of those late nights. My mother would tell you, but you'd have to contact her by Ouija board. Seamus can tell you, because the first year we were together, when I was doing the Christmas cookies, I would go home for a few days at a rip, maybe, and spend the night there, because at that point, we were already sort of living together, and then come back with cookies, and then go home for a little bit, and then come back. And the second year, I was commuting every day, because I didn't have as good of a setup here at the apartment as I had at my mom's and my mom and dad's house. So I would go and bake for hours. I would leave here early in the morning, and I was getting back at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. And then I would get up and leave early in the morning and come back at some ridiculous time of the night. And Seamus was waiting up for me. Like, bless him, he was waiting up for me. But oh my god. Ash, hello! You did catch an end of stream. Yeah, these cookies went really quick. They went really quick. Giving gremlins cookies at midnight is dangerous. It's very dangerous, Bubbly. You should never do that. Midnight Gremlin Cookies is a good band name. It is a good band name. It's also a good brand name. Like, somebody needs to open up Midnight Gremlin Cookies. That'd be great. You were at a soccer game? That's okay. You gotta live your life. Like, you can't put your life on hold for a stream. I've done that. I did that for my sister's stream. I was no life modding for her. Don't do that. It's really nice when you can support streamers. Like, don't get me wrong. It's always nice to support streamers when you can. But you have to still live your life. You do it for me, Seamus. But you also live in this house with me. And to be fair, half the time you're playing ships, because I hear you being angry, or playing Enshrouded, or trying to write, or watching anime. Like, you're doing other stuff alongside a stream. You're not literally sitting there glued to stream and that's all you're doing. You do other stuff, and on the occasion that you're taking a nap, or you need to go out and be with your dad for family stuff, or you've got radio club or something, I can still stream without you being here, and you're not going to completely cancel your plans because I'm going to stream. So you're not really no life modding. It was a big game for us. We were battling relegation zone a few weeks back, got a new manager, and started winning again. That's fantastic, Ash. And to make it better, it was the Welsh Derby game, and we won 2-1. Ryan Reynolds' team versus Snoop Dogg's team, and Snoop Dogg's team won. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That sounds chaotic, but amazing. I can't write and mod. I can't focus. That's fair. That's fair. Can't break your streak. You're too close to 300. Yeah, but I pull it up on your computer for you so that you can lurk. And now streaks are savable. So if you have had at least a 3-stream streak, and hi Al-Kadim, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? So if you miss a stream and you have had at least a 3-stream streak going, when you get back on Twitch, like within 24 hours, you'll get this notification of, hey, if you want to maintain your streak with so-and-so, come watch a VOD or a clip or whatever, and you can rescue your streak. You have to do it within 24 hours, but you can rescue a streak. You will streak legit. This stream has nothing but ADHDers for mods. It's fine. So, Seamus actually asked a psychiatrist if they thought he had ADHD, and they said no. Seamus doesn't have ADHD. Definitely saved a stream or two the same way. Right, Al-Kadim? I've done it. I've done it several times, especially because right now with the 12 days of Christmas cookies, I spend so long baking. There have been a couple of streams where a person has started and ended before I've even in the middle of my stream because they're just so long. Yeah, you have squirrel brain from PTSD. Yep, and that's one of the reasons why with this whole ADHD diagnosis thing that I'm going through, I'm not saying I have ADHD for sure. I highly suspect it, but I don't know for sure because things can mimic other things. So Seamus's PTSD can mimic ADHD symptoms, or rather, I guess they share symptomology, and you have to rule out which one is it. So there could be something else mental health wise going on with me that is sharing symptomology with ADHD, and it's not actually ADHD. I don't think that's the case, but I'm not trained to diagnose in that way. So I'm leaving it to a professional. It's a mimic, circle the ghost. And then you get back and you did not circle the ghost, Al-Kadim. Seamus is declared as a mimic now. It's true. It's true. Seamus is a mimic. His orbs are fake. His orbs are fake. Don't let him lie to you. They're 100% fake. You've never, ever done that. No, totally. Not you, Al-Kadim. You make zero mistakes in Faz. I am not a mimic. Sug on these orbs. No. Never. Never, Seamus. I will not. I refuse. I refuse. Oh. But what do you say, guys, that we find a friend to go and hang out with? See how fake they taste. Oh my gosh. My screen is covered with balls. You are correct, Bubbly. I have a lot of very pretty balls on my screen. From very generous people who have either subscribed to me directly and shared it in chat, or have gifted subs. Some people are very, very kind. Yeah, they're rainbow balls. They're very rainbow balls. So let's see. Jingle balls. They don't jingle. I'm sorry, but they don't jingle. No jingling of those balls. They are static and silent. It's hard to see the names, but it's pretty. What size screen are you looking on, Bubbly? That's what I want to know. Jingle these nuts. Because at a full 1920 by 1080, they're not too bad. Hi, Allie. It goes good. We're actually wrapping up. I am. Today was fast.
Excuse me, but she needs to talk to the manager immediately.
I need to
It's
fix
Damn it,
yours.
Karen.
AKA the font color is hard to read. Okay. Yeah, it's white. It's white with a black outline because I was trying to make it more legible, but maybe I failed my mission. Maybe I failed my mission. That's okay. It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. Let's see. You're on your phone and you can't read them at... Yeah, see, a phone screen, I don't expect them to be legible. But to be fair, on a phone screen, I don't expect anything to be legible on my screen except my face. Yeah, today was a nice quick day. I didn't have to stand on my feet for as long. Which is nice. It's very nice. You just can't see the font. Fair. That's fair. I think today I'm going to bring you to a teammate I don't think I've ever raided into before. I don't think I've raided this person before. We're getting away from the wholesomeness that is baking and chatting, but I think you'll enjoy it. Hopefully they're not gonna raid out soon. Let me have a quick listen. I don't think they will. They've been going for almost 9 hours, but I think we'll be good. And if not, we'll just ride a raid train. You might get a couple chapters written tonight. That's true. Yeah, he's writing a fantasy novel. I'm trying to imagine how a face can be legible now. It just is. You need test readers. Ah, yeah. So, we're gonna go say hi to Sid. Sid is currently playing DBD. He is really good at DBD. Like, cracked levels of good. He likes to knock killers down holes. He's a big bully, but we love him. So we're gonna go say hello to Sid. If you're not already, get your butt in the Discord. Discord has my recipes. It has the times for when I'm starting relevant to you with a nice little timestamp generator. So it'll always show for your time zone. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard is when I will be back tomorrow for Spritz Day 1 for day 10 of the 12 days of Christmas cookies. Very excited about that. Socials, if you're interested. I know I'm terrible at keeping up with them, but if you are interested in supporting me outside of Twitch and helping boost those numbers as well, always appreciated, never required. They're all there. All right, you guys, thank you so much for today. I know it was a much quicker stream, but I'm okay with that. I am happy to be off of my feet, and I thank you for whether you lurked, chatted, subscribed, resubscribed, D's nuts joked, threw biddies, rated, followed, like however you chose to be here, you did choose to be here, and I really appreciate you for that. It has been amazing. After yesterday's 7.5 hours, Seamus. Yesterday was 7.5 hours. It was a lot. So, we are going to go say hello to Sid. If you are subscribed, use the first raid message. We're not going to go say hello to Sid. Sid must be getting ready to raid out. Because the raids are off. Hang on. Let me find another target. Choose these nuts. Let me find another target. But you will, when we find a target. The first raid message with the mandalas will be for if you're subscribed. The second one with the hearts will be for if you are not. If you're just following. Hi, Mark. Got him. Yup. He is. He's going as soon as his match is done. That's fair, Kissy. He was on for a long time. Absolutely, Mark. You know what? You know what? I see a birthday stream. I see a birthday stream, and I know I haven't been in this stream in a hot minute. And they've only been going for 11 minutes. We're going to go say hi to Flash Force. We're going to go say hello to Flash Force. So we're actually going to use Birthday, yes, the other raid message, so that we can wish Flash a happy birthday as we come in. So, recopy the message. It's raid B-Day. There we go. Perfect. Top one with mandalas still for the subscribers, and the bottom one with the hearts is still for those who are following. I will be back tomorrow. And in the meantime, friends, make sure you take a moment to practice some self-care. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you love you, because you matter, friends. And until tomorrow, have a great evening.